It's the morning cryptos, and I don't care what they say. It's the end. The world is over. Cryptocurrencies are never going to survive this. And of course they are. They're going to be fine, people. All right, let's look at the charts. I got another gig this morning. I'm actually doing some sound healing hypnosis for a group of a retreat of people who have survived cancer. So let's keep everything in freaking perspective, okay? We are alive, and we get to play with these cool little things called cryptocurrencies. We get to change the world, and we're sitting looking in the window or out the window at some of the most fascinating experiences in human history when the people of the world are actually creating their own currency. It's like right back to the days of wampum. Wampum was not state-made currency. Wampum had work. You had to put work into wampum, and it was rare unless you lived at the ocean, right? If you lived in the mountains, wampum was pretty good shit. Upstate New York, the Iroquois League of Nations used wampum, and they had like 5 different tribes that decided to stop killing each other for a while. It was awesome, and I have deep, deep respect for the Iroquois people. My great grandfather David Ogden was captured by Iroquois Indian Joseph Brant during the Revolutionary War. So people, I have revolutionaries in my blood. David Ogden was a revolutionary. He risked his life to fight against tyranny. He was captured by Joseph Brant, taken to Fort Niagara, where he ran the gauntlet and survived, and the British basically oversaw him becoming he was adopted into, I think, the Seneca tribe. And he lived with the Seneca Indians for, I think, 2 years. And then the British moved him and all the other prisoners to Fort Oswego, where he made his bold escape. People, this is not a problem. Let's put all of this little dip into perspective, okay? It's not a crash. It's a retracement. It's a correction. It's a consolidation. Watch the words that the mainstream media uses. Crash, bubble, failure, right? That's their mindset. And they're going to get what they see, and we're going to get what we see. And, you know, that's another reason why I think particularly people like, the people who run the Fed and the governments of the world and the banking elite, the people that make gazillions of gabillions of dollars every year and don't want to hang out with us little people, essentially, yeah, these cryptocurrencies are far more than an investment vehicle. These cryptocurrencies are a revolution in thought. So with all that said, I'm going to try to keep this short today because I have another gig and I got to go. All right, so let's just grind down through them because they all look the same. I'm going to stay on the one-day chart so you can just see how there's Bitcoin Cash, slammed down, bounced up a little bit. There's Bitcoin, slammed down, bounced up. There's Dash, slammed down, bounced up. Let's do Ethereum. There's Ethereum, slammed down, bounced up. There's Litecoin, your Litecoin, slammed down, bounced up. Like, I'm now back to even with Litecoin. Maybe I'm making a little bit at this point. But long term, we will see Litecoin at 100. And I will take profits at 91 when it gets there. And it'll get there when it's ready. It'll get there in all good time. Non-attachment, people. It's a very spiritual practice here. This is also day 3 of a fast. I'm fasting. I had a client once who mentioned offhandedly, hypnosis client, offhandedly that he would punish himself if he lost money in the markets. I'm like, why would you punish yourself? Losing money in the markets is the punishment, right? If you did something dumb, you don't need to punish yourself. So people, hopefully you're not out there punishing yourself for making a dumb investment, because this was a smart investment. You just have to hang on a little longer, long term, people. And the fact that all of this is jumping into the news again, all news is good news. All press is good press. That is how P.T. Barnum saw the world, and it worked for him, and it worked for Donald Trump. Whether you like him or hate him, he's probably the most famous man in the world, and his name on top of a building is what he really, that's his real business, right? And he is not really one of the power elite. He is one of the media targets, and he's got a big enough body so that a lot of media arrows can go into him. He's a good target. And speaking of targets, let's look at Monero, which, if this thing gets nasty and the government's trying to shut us down, Monero, people, is the place to go. And you don't have to be a drug dealer to be in Monero. And that's they bring out the same old tired arguments. Well, Bitcoin's used for nefarious purposes. Yeah, really? Like the US dollar's not? Like, huh? What are all those movies with all the drug dealers? What do they have suitcases of? Do they have suitcases of Bitcoin? No, they have suitcases of US dollars. All right, said it, and I'm glad. All right, people, that's it. I got no news for you other than they're down. And this is a wake-up call to the fact that, yeah, it's volatile. It's a volatile space to be in, and traders love it, because if it moves up and down and you know what you're doing, and I don't yet, and I'm the first to admit that I'm still learning. I'm a student here. It goes up and down. And the traders love the fact that it's volatile, because they can make money going up and they can make money going down, and then they can make money going up again, right? It's like you're getting energy. Think of it as energy. You are pulling energy out of the market, right? And putting it in your pocket. And then maybe you'll put some of your energy back in. The idea is this is an energy amplification system, right? Money is simply the value of our work, the value of our experience, our knowledge, what we bring to any particular marketplace that someone would pay us any kind of money for, any kind of exchange of value for. If I, let's say yesterday, did a performance and I was paid, they paid me a good amount, right? My 1 hour of work in that particular place, it was a local gig, so I gave them a discount. I think I charged $700 for that 1 hour, right? Now, you can say, oh my God, that's a lot of money for a singer-songwriter, right? And storyteller, and I do get that sometimes, but then I point out, there were 300 kids there. Divide 700 by 300. I can't do it in my head. You can do it, right? So the value that I gave to each of those kids was a lot of value for a little cost, really. But it's all energy. The energy of me creating music and programs and ideas that I present, and then I get paid for that. And then I have that money. If I put it in the bank, it gets smaller, right? Oh. If I put it in cryptos, it might get bigger. Temporarily, it might get smaller, but in the long run, it's going to get bigger. That's how I'm amplifying my energy, right? Because I don't have a retirement account, right? I am not a state worker, right? I am freelance, and this is my hope for the future, right? So I want you guys to pay really attention. This is not just a passing fad. This is the future of real people. This is doing for money what the internet did for knowledge, right? And for years, the power elite kept people without the knowledge. They didn't want the printing press to proliferate. The printing press they attempted to make that illegal. That was impossible, but they tried. And this this is part of the fear, I think, particularly in China, that's this kind of spreading, is the fear that the governments really could hurt us. They could make this illegal. Gold was made illegal at one point in the U.S., in the United States. Gold was made illegal. Like, excuse me? Like, it's in the Constitution. Like, how do you make money that was mentioned in the Constitution of the United States as money, gold and silver, how do you make that illegal? Right? These are just questions. I don't know the answer, but they do whatever they want. Right? They give lip service to our freedom, and we don't have any. We have the freedom to watch all the dumbass movies and play all the video games we want, to buy all the crap, all the toys, all the shitty food, to get fat. We're free to, basically pay into the healthcare system and to go to hospitals because we're not healthy. I'm going today to do some sound healing hypnosis for cancer survivors. And think about it. We live in a toxic environment. And the government just kind of lets it happen. Interesting. So, I'm not a big fan of government. And there I've said it out loud. But I am a fan of cryptocurrencies, people. And this is temporary. This too shall pass. And look at the long term. All right? Let's look at the long term. These cryptos are up. And they're moving. And profits have been taken. Emotion has been expressed by the crowd, and it will probably continue to be expressed. I will continue to watch this, and I'll be here tomorrow for your episode, your exciting thrills, spills, and action of the Morning Cryptos. And if you like this, please subscribe. I appreciate it very much. Give me a thumbs up. And if you like music, check out some of my sound healing hypnosis sessions if you're all tense and anxious about the market. Listen to the one I did on Sunday. This too shall pass. This too shall pass, all right? And I think that's it for now. I have a new CD coming out. I created a couple of new videos this week. It's been a crazy busy week. And I have a gig today, and I got my sound healing hypnosis session program tomorrow at the Lighthouse Healing Center. And for me, it's all coming together. The money, the music, the motivation, the mind of a human being looking to improve his life, to become a better man, a better person. And hopefully you are too. And that's it. Please, someone start the music, because I gotta go.